Hey guys, today I'm doing a foundation review on an amazing product, which is the Chanel Aqua Vitalumiere Foundation. That's what the bottle looks like. I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a background story on me and foundation because I freaking hate it. I have a love-hate relationship with foundation, and foundation is actually the reason I got started in makeup in the first place. I kind of fell into it because when I was in, junior high, the pubescent adolescent stage around 14 or 15, and you're starting to play with makeup, I knew it was about time for me to start trying to find something to cover up my adolescent pimples, and so I went to the grocery store and was trying to find a foundation that would match my skin. And bottle and bottle, brand and brand I would buy. I had a whole bunch under my drawer, and I kept having the same problem in that I couldn't seem to be able to match up the right shade to my face. And at that time, I don't know if it's any different in grocery stores now, but at that time you weren't able to test out the different shades so you can, hold them up to your face in the mirror. It just was really, really hard, and it kind of made me hate it and make it a big waste of money as well. And that's actually what drove me to go to a department store so someone could actually pick out a foundation for me. And that's kind of how the whole problem, it's not a problem, I love it, but how the whole, cosmetic hoarding thing kind of started. So I'm not a lover of foundation. I've got pretty good skin, so I can usually get away with a tinted moisturizer, but I'm just turned 30 about a year ago, so I'll almost be 31, and I'm at that stage where I do want a little bit more coverage, and so I've gone down the road of trying to find a foundation that will suit my skin. And when I find a foundation, I tend to stick with it for forever and ever because I just don't think anything can top it. And I'm just so picky about it. I don't like to feel like I'm wearing foundation. I don't even like to feel like I have a lot of makeup on. I hate that pancaked look, and it drives me crazy when I see, pretty girls that just have foundation, and especially the wrong shade of foundation, just all over their face, and you can see the line there, and it's just a big old mess. So the ones I used to use before the Chanel was Laura Mercier's Tinted Moisturizer, their Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. And I thought I had hit heaven when I started using this because it's a pretty decent coverage, and you get your SPF, and it gives you that kind of dewy afterglow. So I've used that, and then in terms of foundation, what I was wearing was the Stila Illuminating Liquid Foundation, which is that. And I do really like this foundation. After I've tried the Chanel one, I'm kind of thinking I love that one a lot more. The Stila Illuminating one, I noticed one time I was driving, my face looked kind of sparkly, and it reminded me of the Twilight movie, where, I'm not a Twihard or anything, but when Edward was in the sun and then his face kind of started glistening and glowing. Mine wasn't to that extreme, but I just wasn't sure, in the daylight whether or not that looked great, or if it was just me and I was being too picky. So I still love this one. I think it's a great foundation, but I have to say that I'm deeply, deeply in love and having a love affair with the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. This stuff is seriously an amazing, amazing foundation if you are a person, if you're like me and you don't like super thick foundations. I don't want to feel like I'm wearing it. This is water-based, so it's put some of it on my hand actually. You really need to shake it up actually before you get going with it, because if you don't do that, and then it just looks like water and just kind of drudges coming out of it if you don't. But that's the color. I was a B20, so I'm just gonna rub it around. It immediately just blends into your skin effortlessly. It's already gone. That's it. I actually have it on my face right now. But what's awesome about this product is, the reason I wanted to try it was I was reading, I can't remember what fashion magazine it was, but I was reading about HG foundation and how a lot of cosmetic brands now are doing their own HG foundations, so you can kind of, look like a movie star, in that it just looks like you have a second skin and you are flawless. And this is fantastic for that. I get really red nose and cheeks, and when I put this on, it glides over your skin so effortlessly, and it just sinks in, and you don't look like you have a foundation on. It just looks like you have perfect skin. It's an amazing product. So yeah, that's how I started reading about it. And it does have an SPF 15 in it, which is great. I am really trying to you know, do what I say and wear a lot of SPF as well. It's great that I found a foundation that I love and that is an SPF 15 as well, so you get your sun protection with it. But yeah, seriously, I love this foundation. If you are like me and you're used to wearing an illuminating foundation, you'll love the Chanel one. I would say, like, if the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer had a baby with one of your favorite foundations that was a lightweight foundation, it would give birth to the Chanel Aqua Vitalumiere. Because it's the perfect in-between product. If you're on the verge of, you know, a tinted moisturizer gearing toward needing a foundation, you don't have skin that requires a lot of coverage, you don't have a lot of blemishes, then this is just perfect. It really covers up all my redness. I just have to use a little bit of concealer on my nose and my cheeks, but I'm totally comfortable not having anything on. This really, really does the trick. It retails for $45 and I purchased mine at Nordstrom, but you can purchase it wherever. It's not, how many mils is it? It's a 30 ml bottle. It's not huge. I thought for a second that it was going to run out really quickly and I was constantly going to have to be running to the department store every month to be getting a foundation. But I have to say it really lasts a long time. You don't need to use that much of it because it does glide over. So, you know, don't put a quarter size amount on your skin because you're going to have a lot of excess. So don't do that. My Stila one, what's this one? Oh, this is one. Oh, this is a 30 ml too. It's just the bottle looks taller than this one. They're both 30 mils. But yeah, so this is the Chanel Aqua Vitalumiere Foundation. Seriously love it. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. My color is, I was B20, beige tender. But the funny thing is, before when I read about it in the magazine, I ran out to the department store and was like, yes, give me, you know, I want to try this foundation. And they didn't have it in yet. I was like a week early, so they gave me a sample of the B20 and then the BR20, which is the beige rose tender. And they both looked good on my skin. The only thing I can say about this foundation range is there's not a lot of variety in shades. It's either, I think there's like 9 different shades, and it's just whether or not you're more have a yellow base in your skin or pink. And usually I thought I was yellow, and then I tried the pink one, and the pink one I didn't think looked that bad. I went outside in the natural light to see what it looked like, and I thought it looked okay, but yeah, I decided on getting the B20. So it's really perfect. I will say, like I say to all my friends and anyone, you know, don't buy a foundation right away in the department store. Make sure you step out into the natural light and make sure that they have matched your foundation to your skin tone properly, because I've done that before where it looks okay in the department store lighting, and then as soon as I get outside, it just doesn't look like it matches my skin perfectly. And that's what you want, and that's what's great about this, is that it's a second skin. It's a nude satin masterpiece. I'm gonna start writing poetry about it. Seriously awesome. I can't say anything negative about it. Get out and buy it. Nordstrom, or not, you don't have to get it at Nordstrom, but Chanel Aqua Vitalumiere Foundation. Woo! I'll see you guys. Bye.